Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel, Tammy Talks here. Let's go ahead and get into Growing Up Hip Hop Season 6, Episode 30, Beef and Peppa. If you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So if you enjoy that type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel, thumbsing up the video if you enjoy this particular piece of content, and then hop into the comment section, y'all, so we can talk about this boring ass episode in this boring ass season of Growing Up Hip Hop. So the episode starts off with Sean and TT. They're walking down the beach. It's like a day or so after the wedding. And he's kind of asking her, how does she feel about the wedding? What was her favorite part? She mentioned the reception. He was like, not the ceremony. She said that the ceremony, she was distracted because, the baby was crying. So she was a little distracted from that. But then, seeing him pick up his son and hold his son, like, she felt more calm and at ease. But she's happy that everything is behind them now. And she always told him once the rings are on, like, that's it. Everything that happened in the past is gone. So Sean asks about her mother reading Pep's letter. TT said, I didn't know that was going to happen. I knew about the letter, but I didn't know that the letter was going to happen. She then tells him how, Pep texted the letter over, yada, yada, yada. But she did feel deep down that it was genuine. So he tells her it's time for you to make the next move, right? One, because we, the viewers, are sick of hearing about it every time we see you or Egypt on scene. But we're also sick of hearing people like Eric and JoJo and everybody talk about this wedding and then the fact that Egypt and them aren't there. Move past it. So now that Pep has extended the olive branch, it is now up to TT to call her, reach out, get in contact with your aunt so that y'all can put this behind y'all and we can all move on from it. Heal your family. Heal your family. So Sean even points out, you miss Pep. And Tahira does admit that, yeah, she does miss her. She wishes that she could have been there. She wishes that Pep would have sent the letter. If even a day or two before, they could have fixed things and she could have been there. But that didn't happen, so it is time to move forward. They are going to move to LA. They're going to have one more kid. She wants to try for a girl, but they're going to have one more child, and then they are going to adopt. Awesome of them. I love when people like actively plan to adopt children and it's not just like secondary because they couldn't get pregnant or something like that. People that actively plan to adopt kids, I absolutely love it. So then we have Chris, who is Peppa's nephew, and Brianna are cooking together. She asks how is his family going to feel about them spending time and messing around together. She said that she does not want to be around Sam. He said, you don't have to like Sam. You don't have to talk to Sam, but you do have to tolerate Sam because he is family. And if you're going to be at family events, Sam is going to be at family events. So that's just how that's going to have to work out. So Brianna's more worried about being around Pep because, her and Pep got into it. He said, well, Pep is going to be there because I want you to come to my grandmother's party, her 94th birthday party. And Brianna agrees. He's like, well, we're just going to have to work it out. He really wants them to talk. Chris really seems to like Brianna. She seems to like him back. So if he seems like he's a very big family guy. So, and if that is the case, you are just going to have to thug this out, Bri. So then we have JoJo. Plans a very romantic dinner for him and Denise. He has flowers and roses and lights everywhere. I was more concerned that JoJo can't pour a glass of champagne. I know JoJo does not drink, but I mean, you have to tilt the glass so that when you are done pouring and you put it back up, there's not a lot of head, aka foam, aka bubbles at the top. You know what I mean? And she kept saying, tilt the glass up, baby. Tilt the glass up, baby. I said, come on, JoJo. Come on, JoJo. The way Angela and Vanessa suck down wine and champagne, you don't know how to pour it? Okay. So they talk about what's going on with their marriage. JoJo really wants them to get back on good footing. JoJo has said throughout this season that one of his biggest fears is his kids coming from a broken home. Even though both him and Denise love their step parents, they you do miss out on something when both your parents are not together in the household. And JoJo doesn't want that for his kids. Denise then takes it upon herself to apologize for how she's been acting, how she's been lashing out. She said that she has been in denial about her having postpartum. She didn't want to come to grips with that. She doesn't feel like herself. She doesn't like the way she looks. Postpartum is crazy. It's wild for a lot of women. And you really need that support system behind you when you are going through it. So JoJo is such a cute husband. Aside from like his moments, but he seems like such a cute husband. So he gets up and he hugs her and he just kind of lets her know, like, I'm here for you. Tell me what's going on. Talk to me. Like, I still think you're beautiful. You're gorgeous. All this other type of stuff. She's emotional. He's like, I didn't plan this for us to cry. He's crying. He's emotional. They're just really cute. Then they go back to the room. He has a nice little bubble bath set up in rose petals, and they are going to go to Pound Town that night. All right. I like seeing JoJo and Denise together, but I want to actually see them do something with their kids. So I'm a little confused. Now, I know that they typically live in New York. I know that JoJo works out in LA, but it seems like they only have the baby there. Where is the daughter? Maybe the daughter is back home with like her parents or with his parents. Not really sure, but we need more storyline. I'm sorry. Growing Up Hip Hop has been very Tahira heavy, and while I like TT, we're seeing too much of her. Like, we're seeing the whole last episode was about her wedding. The whole last episode was about her wedding. Like, we have to do, we gotta get this show rolling. We gotta get this rolling more. So then we have TT is having drinks with her mother. And her mother tells her Pep is in town for, Mama's birthday party. So TT feels that she is willing to have a conversation, but she feels that the real issue is that Pep doesn't hold Egypt accountable for what she does, and then in turn, Maureen doesn't hold her little sister accountable for what she's doing. So TT feels that it's basically 3 against 1 because, Tahira's mother calls her out when she be on her bull. Even though Egypt does not get caught up by Pep, TT's mother definitely has called her out a time or two before about what's going on. So meanwhile, Pep is over there talking. I love my fans. Thank you. I said, Pep, ain't nobody asking you for no autograph, girl. Sandra, come on down and come onto the scene. So Pep comes down, and off rip, Maureen was like, so what was with the letter? I was like, damn, you ain't even give her a chance to get a sip of a drink. Then what got me is they're being so COVID safe because it's Tahira's wedding, all for you to sit up here and share a drink with Pep. And I get it, it's your sister and everything. So I'm not judging the take a sip of my drink, but it's like the lengths that y'all went through and y'all are just, okay, all right, people have different views on what is, okay, all right. So Pep said that she sent the letter because she prayed on it and she had a dream that if there was something positive in the dream, she was going to send a positive letter. If there was something negative in the dream, she was going to send a have a nice life. And TT was like, the fuck is she talking about? Pep said the have a nice life came from Maureen, who is TT's mother, sending a message to Egypt and ending it with have a nice life after telling Egypt that she needs to be more focused on her relationship with her family, less on Sam and all this other type of stuff. Again, we are getting too much about this scenario. This has been the main storyline for a majority of like the past 3 seasons on the show. Because we know the Simmons kids ain't giving us nothing. Well, the Simmons girls not going to give us anything. Eric and Aaliyah not going to give us anything worth anything. Boogie is gone, so the Dash family drama is off. The DeBarge just left the show a long time ago. So it's like, what are we doing? We're focused way too much on TT, Egypt, Sam, and this whole triangle of things that's going on. So Pep said that the message that Egypt sent her was the message that Maureen said Egypt was out of line and that Egypt is the bigger person because she was like, no, forget about it, Mom. And then it comes down to them telling Pep, no, the real issue is that you don't check your daughter. And Pep tried to come back and be like, well, Maureen, and Tahira was like, no, because my mom calls me out all the time. And Maureen said, no, let's call it what it is. If we were speaking in Jamaica, she's rude and out of order. I said, I know that's right. Egypt is a rude little heifer. Yes, she is. She always has been. She has too much mouth. It's because Pep acts more like her sister than her mother. And that's where the real disconnect is between the family and between the two of them. The dynamic that Pep has created. So Peppa then acknowledges that maybe she has handled this entire situation wrong. Maybe she is overcompensating for the fact that, she feels bad for being on the road and being gone, that she needs to reevaluate the way that she shows support to her daughter. Yes, you do. Because this should have never went as far as it did. A lot of it, though, was y'all putting Sam above Tahira. A lot of it came down from y'all putting Sam above Tahira. Sam said that, oh, TT made a pass at me, and y'all took that and ran with it, knowing damn well that girl didn't. Knowing that she didn't. And that was like, I think that was like the biggest issue of all. That kind of made TT say, what am I doing? I don't need this. I don't need this. So Pep said that she is going to talk to Egypt. Maureen wants to talk to Egypt. And they also tell Pep, don't skip out on this. It's not just going to be Maureen having a conversation with her. You need to have a conversation with your daughter as well. So then they toast, they cheers, and they agree that we're going to move on and we're going to look forward. And then Maureen was like, because you know TT missed you at the wedding. And TT's little Jamaican accent came out immediately. Why are you doing all this talking? Let's just toast and end the scene and be done with it. So then we get a scene of Eric and Aaliyah taking their kids to the batting cage. Eric is talking about how he wants to plan an event and invite everybody. Aaliyah say, well, we all haven't been together. Them are not your friends. You mean production hasn't made the entire cast, sans Angela, because we know Angela's not going to come, but production has not made the entire cast come together in a while. That's what y'all mean, but they're going to have a party in the name of Eazy-E because Eric feels that the documentary has tarnished his father's legacy and death, and it really hasn't. It really hasn't. So we then see Eric rehearsing for the verses with Bone Thugs-n-Harmony. Remember when Against 3-6 Mafia, Eric came out and performed his father's verse from the song that they have together. Sequoia shows up randomly. Let's just throw her in a scene. So Sequoia shows up and she's asking about Tahira's wedding. Eric is disappointed he did not get invited, okay? Eric feels the way that he didn't get invited. Sequoia asks why. Eric said, I don't know. My friends went. My friends went talking about JoJo and Twist. Okay? I low-key feel like Twist invited himself. And TT just knew that Twist was going to show up whether she invited him or not. Eric said that he doesn't know. It could have been COVID. Could have been financial. You said they don't have the money to pay for 2 extra plates? Eric, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So then Eric said, or it could be because, we used to flirt. Sequoia said, who? Eric gonna say, long before Sean and long before my wife, we had something going on. He then goes on to say that maybe TT doesn't want to be up in there standing up to get married. And she looks around and, oh man, your almost maybe is sitting there. Eric, if you don't shut the fuck up, you know damn well that is not why you didn't get invited. You didn't get invited because y'all are not friends. You didn't get invited because y'all are not friends. Y'all aren't friends. That's why you didn't get invited. Tahira hangs out with Tenise. They are friends. Sean probably truly hangs out with JoJo. They are friends. Y'all are co-workers that are on the same reality show that has an ensemble cast of like 20 people. Y'all are not friends. So the audacity of you to even make it seem as if she didn't want you there because y'all used to almost sort of somewhat talk and flirt? Nigga, please. Ooh, Eric. Eric. So then Sequoia brings some shit from 5 episodes ago about how she still wants to talk to Denise about what went on. Girl, this show is running me ragged, y'all. It's so awful this season. Sequoia, look. Try one more time with Denise. If Denise does not want to have anything to do with you, girl, build a bridge. Get over it. Get over it. I'm sick of hearing about that. Denise could have had a pregnancy brain. Maybe she was being messy, whatever. You overreacted to her saying, I can't tell who's the mother or who's the daughter. You couldn't take the fact that your mama got a compliment. You overreacted to that. You came in real hot and heavy your first couple episodes onto this show. You saw that it did not work out the way that you quite wanted, because the fans and the viewers didn't like you, and nobody on the cast liked Jazz. But like, let's stop rehashing this. Let's stop going over and over around this. Y'all are acting like Denise is damn Beyonce the way people be saying her name. Where's Denise? Where's Denise? Where's Denise? It's okay. You don't have to be friends with Denise, and she don't have to be friends with you. They don't even really live in LA. They live in New York. They're in LA to film, in case you hadn't noticed. So then we get to Mama's party, and they have like, I guess some of the grandkids that could not be there are on Zoom. So they're showing everybody on Zoom, and while TT is standing there, they gonna hold the they hold the screen up. It was like, look to hear it, look, and it's Egypt. Can you see her? TC said, I don't have time for this. TC said she don't want to be around people that she don't want to see. Not for real. She don't want to have the drama of it. She just wants to celebrate her grandmother the best way that she can, who looks very, very good to be 94. I would definitely say that. So TC goes outside to get some air, and she sees Brianna and Chris walk up. And she was like, is this for real? Like, you coming to a family party. Ain't no friends here, but here she is coming to a family party, and she just kind of lets Chris know, don't take Brianna in on no rah-rah bullshit. Meaning, don't start no shit at this party. This is our grandmother's party. Don't do that. Pep seems shook and not exactly the happiest to see Brianna there. But I feel like Brianna was more worried about Pep than Pep was about her. Brianna was like looking over her shoulder, and like she was like kind of shook, kind of scared. Chris really wants them to talk. Brianna and Pepa finally talk, and Brianna comes out and says that maybe that she always had Egypt's best interest at heart. Maybe it was the way she went about things. Maybe it was her delivery, her tone that caused things to go a certain way and to overreact. Pepa agrees that, they're going to extend the olive branch, they're going to make amends, and they're going to move forward from there. Crisis averted. Let's be real. Brianna is not going to date this man. She's not going to date this man. But it makes for a good storyline, right? If you have not already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thumbs up the video. Hop into the comment section. Let me know how you guys felt about this episode, and maybe I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.